leopard had killed a cow on the banks of the Alaknanda river near Rudraprayag. And Jim Corbett thought, that he's going to sit by the bank of the river and take shelter of a big rock that was jutting out right at the bank. And it was exactly in front of that rock that the carcass of that cow actually lay. So Jim Corbett said, that my hearing power was tremendous, and I thought, that if I take shelter under that rock with the cow right in front of me, I would get an opportunity to hear the leopard walk on dry leaves if it approaches the cow. So that's what Jim Corbett thought, and the plan could have worked for him. But what happened, suddenly dark clouds actually rolled in as the night grew older, and there was a gush of rain. Now Jim Corbett was actually very scared. That's what he mentions in his book, that every drop of that rain that was falling on those dry leaves gave him a feeling that the leopard is advancing towards him from all directions. And he thought of suspending that mission. Now there was another struggle that Jim Corbett mentions that he was really scared of, and that was to make a retrieve back to his camp in the dark. And at that point of time, he didn't even have a flashlight with him. So helter-skelter, he tied his coat around his neck so that in case of a sudden encounter with the leopard, it is not able to inflict his canine inside his throat. So that would work as a cover. The gun was of no use in that retrieve, so he kept the gun aside beside him, and he took out his knife that he called an Afridi knife that he bought from Calcutta, I guess. And he mentions about that knife that it had been used for a murder that he later on purchased from Calcutta. So with the knife in his hand and his coat tied around his neck, Jim Corbett made a retrieve to his camp, and that was really scary. And when he reached his camp, and the next morning when he actually went out to see if the cow had been eaten by the leopard, he saw that on his foot marks were the pug marks of the leopard. So the leopard had actually chased him to his camp.